Hello everyone, and today our book is about when Mariana goes to Frida Kahlo's house to be painted by the famous Mexican artist. She is scared and a bit afraid of the beautiful lady with her exotic pets and her frog toad. And she heard that Frida keeps a skeleton in her bedroom. But as Frida paints Mariana, their friendship blossoms, so let's find out all the things they do together as I read to you Frida Kahlo and the Bravest Girl in the World by Laurence, Anholt. There was once a girl with big brown eyes. Her name was Mariana. She lived in a house in Mexico, full of paintings by a famous artist named Frida Kahlo. Frida had painted Mariana's daddy. Frida had painted her big sister, Lupita. Frida had painted her mum and her brother, Eduardo. But Frida's favorite painting was of her wise granny, Donna Rosita. Frida Kahlo had painted every white strand on the old lady's head, so the painting seemed almost alive. "I want to be painted too," said Mariana. "You're too little," said her big sister. "You could never sit still, Mariana," said Donna Rosita. "Frida made me sit so long, I knitted 3 scarves and a pullover." Anyway, Mariana would be scared to go to Frida's house, teased her brother. "It's full of strange paintings, and Frida keeps a skeleton above her bed." Mariana's eyes grew big and wide. But one day, Mariana's daddy said, "Mariana, now it's your turn. You can go to Frida's house on Saturday." Mariana felt very nervous as she rang the bell at the blue house. She waited a long time. She thought about the strange paintings and the skeleton. At last, the door opened, and there stood Frida Kahlo. She was as beautiful as a Mexican princess. Frida wore rings on her fingers and flowers in her hair, and a beautiful dress which reached right to the floor. "Hello, kid," said Frida. "How you doing?" "I'm a little scared," said Mariana. "Well, that's okay," said Frida. "Everyone feels scared sometimes. Now take my hand and let's go inside." If Frida was a princess, her house would be like a big, bright blue fairy tale palace. Frida did not have children, but she had lots of animals. "Come and meet my friends," she said. "This is Fu Lung Chang, my spider monkey. This is Bonito, my parrot. This is my favorite little dog. He's called Mr. Slotty." "What a funny name," said Mariana. "This is my baby deer, Graziano, and this is my beautiful eagle, Gertrude Capablanca." "What does Gertrude Capablanca mean?" asked Mariana. "Hey kid," laughed Frida. "Don't you know? It means Gertrude White Poo." Mariana almost laughed, but she was still a little frightened. "Listen, little sister," whispered Frida. "If you are very lucky, you will meet my favorite friend of all. He's an ugly frog toad, as big as an elephant." Mariana's eyes grew big and wide. She knew that princesses liked frogs, but she hoped she wouldn't have to kiss him. "You and me are going to be pals," said Frida. "Let's go into my studio, little Mariana." Frida walked very slowly with a stick in one hand. They went into the studio filled with Frida's paintings. The paintings were strange, but they were very beautiful. "Okay, kid, let's get to work," said Frida. Mariana sat in a tall chair. Her feet didn't even touch the ground. Mariana tried to sit still. She looked at all the funny things in the studio, toys and candy and dolls. "Frida, where is the enormous frog toad?" she asked. "Oh, he'll hop in at lunchtime," said Frida. "My frog toad is always hungry." They sat in the sunshine and ate delicious food. Mariana gave a banana to Fu Lang Chang. Frida gave an apple to Granzino. Then the gate opened and someone came into the yard. Mariana felt scared. She saw an enormous man with a fat tummy and big froggy eyes. Frida gave the man a kiss. "Mariana, meet Diego, my favorite frog toad. Diego, this is my friend, Mariana. I am painting her today." Diego smiled and kissed Mariana's hand. Then he ate the biggest meal that Mariana had ever seen. "Diego is a great painter," said Frida. "Maybe the greatest painter in Mexico. And my Frida is the greatest painter in the world," said Diego. After lunch, Frida said, "I'm too tired to paint anymore. I need to rest a while. Help me to my bedroom, little sister." Mariana remembered what her brother had said. "I think I'll go home now," she said. "I don't like skeletons." "You're a funny kid," laughed Frida. There was Frida's bed, and on top of her bed was the skeleton. But this skeleton was not scary at all. He was a big toy skeleton with a funny hat and a silly smile on his face. Frida rested while Mariana looked at her colourful clothes in the wardrobe. "I love your dresses," she said. "Thanks, kid," said Frida. "You know why I always wear a long dress?" "Because you're a princess," said Mariana. Frida laughed. "Listen, little sister, come and sit beside me and I'll tell you the true story. When I was a kid, I went to school in the city. One day I got on a bus with a boy. Was he your friend?" asked Mariana. "Yes, he was my friend," laughed Frida. Anyway, a dreadful thing happened. The bus crashed with a train. It was a terrible accident. They put me in hospital for a long, long time. Poor Frida, did it hurt? It did hurt, kid. It hurt me then, and it hurts me now. It hurt so badly, they had to make a special plaster coat to hold my body still. They carried me home and put me in this bed. I was dead scared, little sister. I thought my life was over. But it wasn't over, was it, Frida? No way, kiddo. It was just the beginning. One day, my papa made me a special easel and gave me some paints. He even fixed a mirror above my bed. Look up there, Frida, he said. That's the bravest girl in the world. And that's when you started painting. You've got it, I said to the funny skeleton. Listen, Boney, Frida may be broken, but she sure ain't finished. I'm never going to be scared of anything again. I am going to be a painter. I'm going to be a better painter than any in Mexico. And if it wasn't for the accident, you wouldn't be an artist, said Mariana. Maybe that's true. The doctors told me I would never walk again. But no one tells Frida what to do. Slowly, I learned to walk, but I always wore a long dress to cover my broken leg. All week, Mariana waited for Saturday so she could go to the Blue House. Mariana loved Frida, and Frida loved Mariana. She told her lots of funny things to make her laugh. Look here, little sister. Have you ever seen anything like it? Hanging on the line were 3 pairs of pink underpants, big enough for an elephant. They belong to Diego, giggled Frida. He's so big, he has them specially made. But sometimes Frida had to paint in a wheelchair. Mariana felt very sad for Frida, but Frida said, "Feet, who needs them when I have wings to fly?" We are stronger than we think, Mariana. And here's a little secret. Children are stronger than adults. It's true. Diego is a huge and enormous frog toad, but he's really like a big baby. Did I tell you that he plays with toys in his bath? I am only small, little sister, and I suffer all the time. But in my heart, I am stronger than any person alive. Frida gave Mariana lots of presents and a special little chair so that Mariana could reach the ground, and her own baby skeleton with a hat. Mariana looked at the skeleton and said, "Listen, Bonnie, I'm the bravest girl in the world." Then, one Saturday, Frida said that her painting was finished. Let me see, called Mariana. Frida only smiled. She wrapped the painting in brown paper and tied a ribbon around it. She told Mariana to open it at home. Your granny, Donna Rosita, is a wise old woman. If she likes the painting, then it can't be too bad. But listen, Mariana, I have painted a name at the bottom of the picture, and it is of the strongest, bravest, most beautiful little child I know. Of course, said Mariana. You have signed your name, Frida on the painting. No one is braver than you. Mariana said goodbye to the animals. When she kissed Diego, the big frog toad, she pretended she didn't know about his pink underpants or his bath toys. Frida had one last present for Mariana, a Mexican princess dress, just like hers. Promise me you will be strong like me, little sister. Promise me you will fly in your life. Mariana kissed Frida and hugged her hard and promised that she would. Then she took her daddy's hand and walked out of the blue house. "Well," said her granny, Donna Rosita, "can we see your painting?" Everybody gathered around as Mariana untied the ribbon. There was a girl with big brown eyes, sitting perfectly still on her own special chair. Donna Rosita said it was the most beautiful painting in Mexico, and she should know. She's a very wise old lady. And underneath was the name of the strongest, bravest girl in the world, Mariana. Good night. Bye-bye.